Hello ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome back to some more Eternal gameplay. Today we're going to be laddering with the latest iteration of Praxis Midrange posted by Lights Out Ace on EternalWarcry.com. There will be a link to that list in the description below, as well as a text list that you can import directly into your client. Let's go ahead and look at what this deck is trying to do. It's sort of a rampish deck. We're running 4 Seek power just to fix our power base. We do need to eventually get to 3 fire and 3 times so that we can play our Heart of the Vaults. Then 4 torches for damage to the face or removal, mostly for removal. 2 Friendly Wisp, a 2-cost 1/1 flyer that when we play a unit with 5 or more, we draw 2 cards. And since that is an ultimate, we only get the effect once. 4 Power Stone, a relic that gives us +1 maximum power. That's the ramp part of the deck. 4 Purify, a 2-cost spell that silences a unit and deals 3 damage to it. 4 Temple Scribe, a 2-cost 1/1 that lets us draw a card and gain a life. 2 Xenan Initiation, a 2-cost spell that gives one of our units +1/+1 and killer. 4 Dawnwalker, a 3-cost 4/1 with Overwhelm. When we play a unit with 5 attack or more, we can play Dawnwalker from our Void exhausted, so it's recurring as long as it doesn't get silenced. Also a great target for Xenan Initiation, as when it comes back from the Void, it still has the +1/+1 and killer. 4 Crimson Firemaw, a 4-cost 5/4 flyer. When Crimson Firemaw hits the enemy player, reduce the cost of the top card of our deck by 4. 2 Praxis Displacer, a 4-cost 3/2. When we summon it, we may put another unit into its owner's hand. 4 Sandstorm Titan, a 4-cost 5/6 with Endurance that makes units unable to fly. 3 Obliterate, a 5-cost spell with Overwhelm that deals 6 damage. 2 Shatterglass Mage, a 5-cost 5/3 with Overwhelm and Warp, so we can play it off the top of our deck. When we summon it, we can kill an enemy attachment. 4 Heart of the Vault, a 6-cost 6/6 with Warp, and when we summon it, it deals 2 damage to an enemy. We draw a card and reduce its cost by 2. 3 Predatory Carnosaur, a 6-cost 6/6 with Killer. The power base is 7 fire, 7 time, 3 Amber Monuments to help protect against flooding, 4 Praxis Banner, and 4 Seat of Impulse. That is the list. Let's play a few games. Okay, this hand is a little slow. We don't have anything going on till turn 4, so we're going to throw it back. That's a little bit better. We don't have our 4 drops, but we do have a turn 3 play. Hopefully we're not up against a hyper aggro deck. Looks like we might even be up against a mirror match. Yep, that does indeed seem to be the case. Sadly, we're on the draw, so they have the initiative advantage here. Alright, not deploying a creature this turn, it looks like, so that's good for us. Power Stone, so they can play a 4 or a 5 drop next turn. We will go ahead and play out our Dawnwalker. Hopefully they won't purify it. But they do. Still, that means they're probably not going to play a creature, and they didn't. We, however, are going to play a Crimson Firemaw. And it's going to get obliterated. So the good thing here is, even though we were on the draw, because of the way things have played out, we've got our opponent sort of on the back foot in the reactionary role, almost as if they had went second. Still, they are at 6 power, which is not good for us, but they didn't play anything. Okay, well, let's attack. They have a fast spell, probably a torch. We're just going to play out our second Sandstorm Titan and pass. I would have liked to have played the Temple Scribe to try to draw into a power, but there's no guarantee we would have hit it. If we would have hit it, we could have also played the Titan, but I don't want to risk not dropping the Titan that turn, so. Alright, Purify plus Torch. Yep. Yep, we have definitely got our opponent on the back foot. That's a decent draw. Let's go ahead and attack. Let's try to draw our 6th power. We didn't, but Xenan Initiation is an okay draw. We're just going to pass. Alright, Predatory Carnosaur. That makes me very sad. At this point, I wish I'd played the Initiation on the Sandstorm Titan. But we didn't, and here we are. And now we're going to have to do what our opponent had to do last turn and waste 2 spells to kill 1 creature. Which is awful. We really, really need to hit our 6th power. Still, it looks like we're both in sort of awkward shape here. Alright, that will do it for us. It really doesn't matter what we get here, as we've got the appropriate factions already. We're just going to play that and pass. Next turn, we get to start playing our 6th drops. If they don't play anything that we need to deal with here, it will be Heart of the Vault. If they play something huge we need to deal with, it'll probably be Predatory Carnosaur so that we can kill it. But it looks like they are not going to play anything. I imagine they drew that power. Maybe tempted to kill our Temple Scribe. We are going to start by attacking. And then we'll play out our Heart of the Vault and deal 2 to their face. Dawnwalker, that is an excellent draw. We can go ahead and play that. And unless they deal with something, they are dead next turn. They still need an answer, because Predatory Carnosaur deals with that just fine. I mean, even a torch will keep them alive for a turn, as they can kill the Dawnwalker and let it not hit them in the face. Purify is the preferred answer to Dawnwalker. Alright, Xenan Initiation. Kill our Heart of the Vault. Not the best for us, but certainly not the worst either. Let's go ahead and attack. And play out our other Dawnwalker. That way we have the ability to trigger them both from the grave if need be, and end the turn. Alright, Amber Acolyte. They do need something more. Shatterglass Mage, that's fine. So, we'll play our Predatory Carnosaur and kill the Shatterglass Mage. And that's the game. Oh, just leveled up to Diamond 2. Excellent. Okay, this is a bit of a strange hand, but I think that we keep it. We do need to draw some more power cards, but we have a 3-drop and a 4-drop. Would have really loved to have had a Power Stone or a, well, I'm kind of blanking on it here, Temple Scribe in this hand, so that we could have played something on turn 2. We did draw a 4th power, which is excellent. That means we're going to get to play Dawnwalker into either Displacer or Sandstorm Titan. Probably just the Titan, as it's the more powerful of the two. We are going to attack before we do anything, though. That way, if they had a kill spell, then our Sandstorm Titan would bring it back and they would have wasted the kill spell. We'll play out our Titan and pass. Looks like we're up against Feln control here. could still be running a third faction that we just haven't seen yet, but probably not. Okay, extract here. They're going to gain some life. Get to scry, look at the top card and put it either on the top or the bottom. Left it on top, must be pretty good. Let's go ahead and attack. I am going to go ahead and play out our Displacer and not use its ability, just to get more pressure on the board, as we definitely have a 6-drop coming up. That's a little unfortunate. Silenced our Dawnwalker there. So, we could play Heart of the Vault or Carnosaur. Carnosaur will die to this when we kill it, but that will allow us to do 8 damage, so I think that's the better play. Just to get the control player dead as quickly as possible so that they can't get to their more powerful late game cards. Such as Black Sky Harbinger. Alrighty. So we could play Heart of the Vault and deal 2 here, banking on drawing either a Purify or a Torch off of it. However, I would rather attack first. That way they can block here, gain 3. We'll still deal 5, and then the 2 from the heart will kill the Black Sky Harbinger. Alright, they're at 12. We will go ahead and shoot that thing down. Drew a Crimson Firemaw, which is excellent. Would have been awesome if we were at 8 this turn so that we could have went ahead and dropped it, but was not the case. And we are 1 short of killing them on the next turn. That is, if they don't have any interaction here. And there is the 1 damage we need if we get to hit them. Alright, not going to be the case. That's fine. We'll put them to 6. We're not going to torch them at the moment. We're going to start with a Temple Scribe, see what we draw. We draw a second torch, we can kill them. Now we can't. Can only do damage to a unit. However, Heart of the Vault's on top, which is excellent. So we'll play out our Crimson Firemaw and pass. We'll most likely just torch their face at the end of their turn, if there is no other utility that we need to use it for. Well, Vara is bad. We could torch our own Temple Scribe to keep them from gaining 1. But I don't think we're going to do that. So they're up to 10 now. We'll start our turn. Another Heart of the Vault on top. So we know what we would be drawing off of our Heart of the Vault if we played it. Now if we just attack here, we'll lose our Heart of the Vault. They will block here. They will go to 13. I think our best bet is to go ahead and kill Vara and not play the Heart of the Vault this turn. As much as I would like to warp the 1 off the top and see what's in under it. I think not having our creatures die and getting in for some amount of damage is better. Okay, absorbing the most damage since they can't kill the Firemaw. So they're now at 8. Our Heart of the Vault now only costs 2, which is awesome. Champion of Cunning. I doubt that that's going to be enough. But if they don't have any more interaction, we have a really good chance of killing them here. And let's start with the cheap one. Do 2 here. Fire Sigil, that's not the best, but it does allow us to play our Heart of the Vault and win. Yeah, this hand is really awkward. We can't play our Seek Power on turn 1. Let's redraw. That's better. We can go Banner into Seat into Temple Scribe, or we could go Seat in with Seek Power into Time Sigil into Temple Scribe. I think that we will go seat, and we'll get our third fire as we already have 3 time. This will let us play the banner undepleted on our third turn if the Temple Scribe survives. However, it looks like our opponent is on Feln, so there is some chance that they will have a Vara's favor to kill the Temple Scribe. Still, we currently don't have a 3-drop in hand, so it's not going to be super detrimental unless we top deck one. Alright, Seed of Impulse. And we drew a Sigil, so that is great. We'll play out our banner here and attempt to swing for one. And then next turn we get to start playing our big things. Steward of the Past is a little unfortunate. Let's go ahead and play our Seed of Impulse. Sadly, we're not at 6, or we could warp in this Heart of the Vault. We'll play out a Sandstorm Titan and pass. There is a good chance, if this doesn't die, that we'll just suicide it into the Steward of the Past this next turn. And I think that's what we're going to do. They are not blocking. Seems they value that Steward of the Past. So we could play out the Shatterglass Mage, however, there is a chance that our opponent will have Azendel's Gift, and this can kill that, so we're not going to. Okay, Island's Favor, they're going to get an Aegis, that's fine. We can pop that with a Torch if need be, or with Heart of the Vault next turn. We'll start our turn. Let's not let them know that we have a Heart of the Vault yet. Let's attack with our 2 Sandstorm Titans. Okay, they do block this time. Could still have a kill spell for this. They do have a fast card, it looks like, because it paused there. Let's go ahead and pop that Aegis. See what heart draws us. A Fire Sigil. Not the best, but it's fine. Right, Withering Witch. And they played that in a bad order. They should have Lightning Stormed first and then Withering Witched. Of course, they might have played a banner I didn't notice there. No, that last card was a Sigil. Yeah, they could have Lightning Stormed and then Withering Witched, which would have had the damage, and our stuff would have been at 1 and it would have died. I think we're going to go with Reinarch and then Banner. And then their Withering Witch would have been able to stay in play, is what I was getting at there. As it was, they killed their own creature when they didn't need to. Alright, Black Sky Harbinger. We have an answer for that. Which is going to be the Carnosaur. So, let's eat that up. They do get to gain 3 life. But we're dealing 5, so kind of works out for us. Still, the game is going a bit later than we want it to, and they could start getting into their late game here and really overwhelming us. If they play a Sigil into Vara, we're probably in a lot of trouble. They do have some decent things to bring back. Steward of the Past, Black Sky Harbinger, even Withering Witch would be a problem for us at this point. They are thinking very hard about their decision, though, so I imagine they're in an awkward position. Okay. Let's attack. Kill spell. Yep, Annihilate. Okay. So we're going to take them to 9. And at this point, I think we're okay playing out the Shatterglass Mage. We have few enough cards in our hand that Azendel's Gift is not going to really hurt us at this point. And we are presenting lethal, even if they kill one of these. Well, Black Sky Harbinger takes them out of lethal range. Gain 3 life there. We will start our turn. We are just going to attack... Well, I was going to say we were just going to attack with the Reinarch because they could kill our Shatterglass Mage. However, that lets them just not block and then attack us. So yeah, we'll offer up the trade. Alright, they are willing to take it, so we only deal 2 damage this turn. We still have another Rheinarch though, so that's great. And we're again presenting lethal. Still have this torch too if we need it. Though there aren't really many creatures in their deck that we can kill with a torch. More useful just straight to their face. So we could fire it off here to put them to 7. However, that's not going to be lethal. They could also still have a kill spell with 4 mana up. That's better. So let's kill that thing. And I don't think they have a fast spell. And they don't. There was no pause of any kind there that I could discern anyway. Yeah, we can't keep a hand with 1 power. If we had a second one, we would be tempted since we have the Power Stone, but we need to redraw. Okay, that's a bit better. We do have the Temple Scribe to help draw us into stuff. One thing to note about this deck, you see we have the Friendly Wisp in our hand. We generally don't want to play that out naked. Like, if, say we're on turn 3 and we know for sure we're playing our Sandstorm Titan next turn, we generally don't want to play the Friendly Wisp ahead of time. We want to hold it until we can play it and a 5 power card in the same turn so that we definitely get the draw to. As most of the time when you play this out naked, it just dies and you get no value from it. Alright, far as favor, that's kind of what I was getting at there. Most decks have cheap ways to deal with these things. So we could play out this and play this naked, which is a bad idea, as I said before. But that would also allow us to definitely play one of our 4-drops next turn, or we could just play the Fire Sigil and play the Dawnwalker and hope to draw an undepleted power next turn, which is, I think, what I'm going to do. Might be a little bit greedy, but these decks, the Xenan sort of decks, generally don't have a lot of ways to silence stuff. They have a Dawnwalker of their own, though, so there is that. Let's see if they want to trade. Both of these can definitely come back. But we will get damage into the opponent, as Dawnwalker does have Overwhelm. Alright, opponent taking a long time to respond. They may be away from their computer here, or phone. We can cross-play across devices. And it looks like they're going to completely burn their rope. So we'll plus to power and play out an Amber Monument. If we draw an undepleted source next turn, we can Friendly Wisp into Crimson Firemaw and draw 2 cards. I think our opponent's gone. Something may have come up on their end. Well, no, they're back. They moved a card. Let's attack. I don't know what the opponent's doing. We definitely saw a card move there just a few seconds ago. Alright. This is a little strange. Let's play out our Firemaw and pass. Okay. Attack. Hello, Heart of the Vault on top of our deck. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. There's not a lot I can do about this. I don't like to win games this way, but I'll certainly take it. Don't know what's up with the opponent, but, you know, things happen. And we're 1 power away from just killing the opponent, but sadly we don't have it, so... Right, an Echo card there. Okay, this is so strange. Okay, a twin brood sauropod. And that's the game. Okay, let's hope we have a little bit more of an interactive game here than the last one. I think this is keepable. It's not the best, but we do have spells and power, so that's good. That is a bit sad to see. We will go ahead and play out our banner and pass. We do have a kill spell for whatever's the most threatening that appears next turn, and it's definitely the Instigator. So we'll go ahead and play out a Time Sigil and Purify that. Next turn we can drop our Dawnwalker. Knife Jack, sure. Alright, well, 2 Power Stones is not the best series of cards that we could have drawn here. Hopefully they don't have a silence effect. We will go ahead and block the Knife Jack. That way if they bring it back with a Shadowlands Guide, it will at least deal 2 damage to them. And they did, so. Alright, a Fire Sigil. We could seek power here, or we could just play out both of our Power Stones, which I think is better. And hope to draw one of our 6 drops next turn, and if we don't, we've still got Reinarch. We're probably going to lose this game. It's looking bad for us. Sandstorm Titan's okay. Let's go ahead and seek power into a Fire Sigil. Then we'll play it. And we're going to play the Sandstorm Titan and Initiation on it. That brings back our Dawnwalker. We played the Titan because we could initiate, and since it has endurance, we can go ahead and kill this guide, and it will still be able to block on their turn. Let's block the Warcry unit. Alright, an Outlaw. Another Dawnwalker is actually excellent here. Let's go ahead and attack. Alright, no blocks. So, we are going to play out our other Dawnwalker and pass. And there is a chance that we could pull this game out now. Alright, Pyro Knight. They're 1 power off of ultimating that. They have to block some, so let's attack. Right, take them down. We're going to play our Reinarch out, as it costs the most power, just to be more efficient, and we actually got there. Cool. Okay. I think this is a perfectly reasonable hand. I would like to have at least 1 more power card, but I think it's okay. We've got a Power Stone. We've got early interaction. We can play our Wisp just to soak up some damage if our opponent's on aggro. Alright, probably not on aggro if they're playing a Seek power. Purify was a decent draw there. Would have been better if we were up against an aggro deck, but I will take it. Alright, looks like Xenan. We have a turn 2 play. Ooh, Piercing Grief, so probably also Justice. I think we're going to go ahead and kill that, as this seems to be a revenge deck. It will come back. They're probably, as I said, playing Justice with Mokto. There, we just want to keep our life total high, as these decks can deal a tremendous amount of damage in a very short time once they get going. Right, find the way to get their justice, I would imagine. Oh no, fire. So are they 4-color revenge then? Perhaps. This is one of the occasions when I think we're going to risk playing this out naked. There's no guarantee that we'll draw a 4th power next turn, but we can hope. Otherwise, we just had nothing to do that turn. Another Piercing Grief. We will not be blocking. We'll just take this to the face. Probably have a torch, thinking about killing this. There's the Justice. Nope, just playing another Find the Way. So we need to draw an undepleted power right now. This turn, off the top. Come on, deck. And we didn't. Okay. Well, let's attack for 1. And be very sad. There's one of the griefs coming back with Destiny. And we're taking another 3. They're gaining another 3. Luckily, it won't come back this time, but they could have from the void to bring it back and draw a card, actually, because of the way Destiny works. Bringing it from the graveyard does count as drawing it, so they would get to draw an additional card. Let's go ahead and kill and silence that so that it won't come back. And if we don't draw a power this next turn, I think we're just dead. So the top unit of their deck is going to get Echo. That is unfortunate. I guess we need to purify this just to try to keep our life total up. Yep, there's the second one. And another one, because it got Echo. Luckily, they're both gone for good if they don't get returned from the void. We're at 11. You can see about what I was saying about these decks being able to deal a lot of damage quickly once they get going. So sacking to draw 2 cards and gain 2 life. At this point, I think even if we do top deck a power here, we're probably still not in any position to come back. Alright, sure. Silence something we can't actually cast and get rid of it. And it actually needs to be a time sigil, or, you know, we can't cast this. Sure, let's initiate that and swing for 2. We've lost this game. It's just a matter of the opponent actually killing us. As we know for a fact, we're not drawing a power next turn, and there is Dark Return. Bringing this back, it has Echo and Destiny. They're going to get 2 into play. Or no, did they not get the one with Echo? Okay, well, they had another Dark Return, so they could have gotten 2 with Echo there though. That was a little bit of a mistake on their part. They had 2 in the graveyard with Echo. And then they'll draw 2 because of the Destiny replacing the card. Another Piercing Grief, and we're dead. Good game. Good game. Well, that was a little bit of an unauspicious end to our session. Still, I think we had a pretty good run of it there. Again, here is the deck list. There will also be a link in the description to the original list on Eternal Warcry, as well as a text version that you can import directly into your client if you would like to do that. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know in the comments, and by leaving a like below, it really does help tremendously. And of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more in the future. I have been Tevaron, and until next time, friends, be excellent to each other.